YouTubers. I thought I would sort of give you a quick little video update type thing of what's been going on with me. Yes, I have received two new things, two new bits of technology which I'm really chuffed with, and I'll sort of explain about those in a minute. First up, I wanted to say a big huge thank you to everyone who subscribed to me. It was brought to my attention that I have 900 subscribers. I think that's slightly more now, and I was quite amazed at that, to be honest. So thank you to everybody who subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate it. I do try to subscribe back to people that subscribe to me, so if I haven't, then let me know and I will. So there you go. As far as my channels are concerned, I had said that I was going to concentrate on my music before, but what I've decided is I'm going to go back to how I was doing things before, only because I've had more tech come in and I've been reviewing a couple of phones, and I just thought it'd be simpler to do things how I was doing it before. I am still going to do my music, but I'm not going to concentrate as much on it because of various different things that's been going on recently. So I thought I'd just do things how I was doing it before. So it's a lot easier doing it that way. So there you go. Right, the new tech. Oh yes. As you guys know, I was in the market for a new mobile phone again. The Sony Ericsson was just doing my head in for battery life. DJ Matty Man, bless him, tried to help by giving me one of his old phones, but unfortunately I didn't really think that it would be worth fixing it because of the money that was involved. And then I decided to bite the bullet and just, you know, even if it meant going on a contract, try and get a half decent phone that had a good camera on it. And that's after a lot of umming and ahhing. Basically, because of budget and all the other stuff, I got the Samsung Wave 2 S8530. Oh yes, and I really love it. I think it is an absolutely stonking phone. I went away on Friday and basically I used the mobile internet on this, and it did really well. Okay, in a couple of spots it took a little bit longer than usual to get a signal, but I was quite impressed with it. The video on it is really good. You got HD 720p, D1 video, VGA, and I think QVGA, as well as slow motion, and there's a panoramic option on there as well, which I was quite impressed with. The battery life, I was sort of using it medium to heavy use, and it lasted, well, it was on 48% last night, so I think that was really, really good, and I was quite impressed with that. The Sony Ericsson only lasted about a day and a half with the same kind of usage, so I've got twice the amount of battery life out of it as I did with the Sony Ericsson, so I've been quite impressed with that. The only thing that I felt was a little bit of a letdown was the audio on the video. In some places there was a little bit of a high-pitched noise in the background, which was a little bit annoying, but it only sort of appeared now and then. But other than that, I've been really impressed with it. What I'm going to do is do a proper sort of overview and video samples on it later, only because I've got something else which I'm really excited about, which I'll be doing, spending most of my time reviewing over the next coming days. But I will get around to this eventually, yes. So that's the Samsung Wave 2 S8530. If you're thinking about getting it, just get it, because I think it's great. I really do like it. I would recommend you get that. So there you go. Right, now the main attraction of this video. Oh yes. As you guys know, I had the Toshiba S30, and I sold it to try and get a better phone. And after selling it, I decided that I wanted to do a few more, you know, a couple of green screen things. But obviously with the normal Kodak pocket cameras, you don't have the screen, so you can't really see what you're doing. So I thought, right, I'll see if I can get myself another pistol grip camera. So I was having a look at the market, and basically there were a few about. I didn't want to get another Toshiba, so I had a look at the new Panasonic range. And there's a waterproof one, there's the DC10 and the DC1. And I found a DC1 that was on a really good deal, so I thought, right, I'll just get it because the spec looked really good, so I decided to get it. And here it is, the Panasonic HX DC1. I think the difference is in spec is the DC10 has 16 megapixels. It has some kind of super duper automatic mode, which this doesn't have. And there are a few other differences between the two cameras. As far as I'm concerned, this meets all the criteria that I would ever want. Plus, you can use it as a webcam, which is really groovy. You can also plug in the mains and use that to record. But that, I'm sort of going into a review now, which I don't really want to do. I took it away with me on Friday and did loads of tests with it. A lot of shots in various different resolution settings, as well as quite a few stills. I know I've been really impressed with it. The zoom on it is really, really good. On the DC1, that button there changes the zoom to telescopic, I think it is. Well, basically it's a W and a T. If you have it on W, you have a wide angle lens and you get quite a lot in your picture. If you put it on the T, the picture goes in smaller, but when you zoom it in, the quality is a lot better. And the zoom is really, really good. And I was really impressed with the zoom. Also, the macro on it is just outstanding, and I'll put a sample up so that you guys can see for yourselves. I don't really want to get into too much of a review on this at the moment because I'm still testing it. But from what I've seen of it over the weekend, I have been really impressed with it. The biggest plus point so far is you can change the ISO in the video record so that when you're taking low light shots, you can use it. On this one, it goes up to 16 ISO. I think the DC10 you get 32 ISO, but obviously when you're in the high range of ISO, the quality of the picture isn't as great. But you can also change the white balance as well. I found that at about 400 or 800 ISO, with changing around with the white balance, I was able to get quite a decent quality picture in the low light situation, which I was quite chuffed with. So that was really good. On this, it's got 1080p 60i, whatever that means. Why they didn't say 60 frames per second, I don't know. But I am going to put up a test shot comparing that to the ZX5's 1080p just to see how the two compare. So I will be doing my usual video shots. I'll do a zoom test, a macro test, the 1080p test, which is going to be a flipping nightmare on my computer, but I shall do it for you guys. Oh yes. And I'll do various other different tests on it as well. The stills camera on it is like a proper digital camera, which I've been really impressed with. And the video is really good as well. The quality is I would say as good as the Kodak. Again, very impressed with what it can do. Two things that niggled me. You can't use the flash in video, which is a little bit annoying, but having said that, because you can change the white balance and the ISO levels, that does sort of compensate a little bit. Another thing which I think might be an issue for you guys, there is a little bit of background noise when you record in quiet situations. What I'm going to do, I'll do all my usual tests, and I'll also do a vlogging test so that you guys can see if there is any background noise and what you guys think of it. Because at the end of the day, I'm only doing these tests for you guys, so it's so that you guys can see whether it's worth having a look or not. Is it going to replace my Play Touch? It sort of depends how the tests go, to be honest. At the moment, I would say no, because the Play Touch has an external mic, which I use a lot. So at the moment, the Play Touch reigns supreme, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. So there you go, that's the Samsung Wave 2 and the Panasonic HX DC1. I shall be doing my usual video samples so that you guys can see how it fares, and I shall compare it to the ZX5, I think, because that's sort of my next most newest camera, and we'll have to see how it goes, and then I shall do a final thoughts. Yes. Again, thanks for all your subscriptions, I really do appreciate it, and I shall do some more later on. Okay, bye bye for now.